Man, one of the saddest things I've seen in hip hop recently, and I kind of got to know this guy in a very interesting way because if y'all don't know, man, Casanova 2 times. Yo, Cass went in my head at one point, man. Yo, Cass really fucking disliked me. And I was always tripped out about him disliking me because I was like, yo, you know what I mean? It was one of those things where like one guy dislikes you because you're friends with his op, and then he makes up with his op, but he still hates you, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, listen, if you squash beef with him, don't it mean you squash beef with me? And that was the case for a while. You know, I ran into him at some club in New York, and we actually had a good conversation, and whatever issues we had, we put behind us. You know, from then on, you know, I started to understand Cass a little bit more, and he started to understand me. You know, Cass even kind of started to understand trolling somewhat. You know, Cass invited me to do a video, and you know, like he sent me the script, and I was like, yo, let's do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just a genuine person like that, and he gave off a lot of genuine vibes to me as well. When I did the video, yo, he was mad appreciative. You know, I think he thought like, you know, I was gonna be on some diva shit, like, yo, all right, you know, like, yo, you gotta pay me this, blah blah. I was like, nah, I'll just show up and do the video. I want to get on my acting shit anyway, right? And I really went there and I was going hard, like when it came to like acting and shit like that, just to make sure the video could turn out good. And it did turn out good, you know, in terms of like, if you watch it, I really look like I'm playing the part pretty well. Anyway, the video ends and Cass says, yo, yo, man, like, I didn't even think you were going to really pop out. And, you know, you were so nice in terms of giving us your time. You're not charging this and third. Damn, you're really a genuine dude. And he's like, yo, I do want to do something for you, though. He's like, yo, let me bring you out with the fam. We're already going to go get something to eat. Let's go to like some really upscale place in New York. Let's have like dinner, whatever the case is, right? And he showed up with, you know, his wife, his team, you know, and we had dinner. I forgot the name of the spot. Julian? I can't remember the name of the spot. Anyway, the conversations we had there, like, I knew Cass, or I got to know him a little bit beyond that rapper shit. And it was just somebody who, again, was dealt probably wrong cards at certain points in his life. And, you know, now that he's in this rap shit, he was just trying to make it. And I remember him saying to me at that time, he said, he's like, yo, one of the reasons, like, when we ran into each other, like, he was like, yo, number one, this is one of the reasons I squashed, and this is him talking, this is one of the reasons I squashed the beef with 6ix9ine, and also when I ran into you, while we just had that conversation, because I know I'm on my last chance. And I said, what you mean, Cass? He said, man, Roc Nation done told me, man, yo, you fuck up, we're done with you. This is words that came straight out of his mouth. He says, you fuck up, you get the cops coming to pick you up for any dumb shit you did, we done with you. And I said, no way. He said, yeah, they told me that. And, you know, after that, you know, Cass was always became someone who, you know, me and him, we talk from time to time. You know, I've been supportive of him. But of course, he got locked up, feels like almost a year ago. And he got locked up on a racketeering charge. And the interesting part about that is that he's been locked up ever since. And I've wondered how his team and his fam are handling and taking it. And then yesterday comes and I see Casanova gets his indictment superseded with another indictment that adds on attempted murder. Now, he was already facing life with the racketeering charges of, like, you know, attempted murder, but there was another shooting that they just added on to his case, and I looked at it and I'm like, damn. Again, I don't know how this is gonna pan out in court, but it felt like a rib shot for, you know, someone who's already going through the most already. You know, I read what Cass posts on Instagram, and I noticed like something just very interesting. I had 2 takeaways. Go look at all of Casanova's posts since he's been locked up. And he got his new Instagram. It's called Big Casanova. Everybody you saw at the Roc Nation brunch with Cass, everybody you saw that was, you know, being like, yeah, Cass, and then, like, they were always with him, popping bottles in clubs, They were showing him a lot of love on the streets. Go look at those posts. You don't see not one of them in the comment section. Not one. Not even one. I dare you go and look in them comments and find a nigga that was hugged up with them at the Rock Nation brunch, even in them comment sections saying, hold your head. So, of course, I can't even fathom what Cass is going through. I can't even fathom it because I've never been there. But when I hear him say, and he's typing and he's basically saying, yo, listen, niggas haven't reached out, niggas haven't sent this, like people left me for dead, I kind of understand what he's saying. And this is the nature of the industry. And I always watch it when rappers think they're clicking up or rappers think they're friends and rappers think because they're in a club popping bottles together or they text each other or they might shout out each other from time to time or they might fuck the same girl. They think it's more than that. But number one, not only is this shit fickle and most people ain't friends in this industry, nobody wants to talk to you when you got the feds on you. No, because you know what? Everybody got their own shit going on. Nobody want to talk to you. And I watch Cass basically, he's looking around like, where y'all niggas at? And yes, everybody has disappeared. Now, the second thing I learned in watching that indictment, I'm going to kind of explain it. The indictment that Cass caught, which is superseded his other racketeering charges, Cass is charged with attempted murder, and he didn't even shoot the gun. Now, I'm going to just tell you why, for me, just being in a gang just ain't worth it. Check the story out. The story goes this. Casanova is cooling outside some strip club in Miami. How ironic. Casanova gets asked by a fan, yo, let me take a picture. Casanova takes a picture with the fan, throws up a gang sign, allegedly. I don't know if he's in a gang or not, but he throws up a gang sign, supposedly. And somebody else who's nearby watches him do it and says, hey, yo, homie, that's the wrong sign. Somebody else saying it to Cass. Now, in the indictment, they claim that person was a rival, but I don't know if Cass knew the person. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Apparently and allegedly, Cass said to him, yo, nigga, you want to die today? And then the dude kind of like, well, I don't know if he reaches for Cass's hand. Whatever it was, there was a guy allegedly with Cass who pulled out a gun and shoots the dude twice. Now, just think about the story I told you. Cass never shot no one. Even the cops acknowledge that. But he's charged with attempted murder. Why? Now, for the cops, it's an open and shut case because this is why they're superseding a racketeering charge for his gang with more charges that claim there was another shooting for the gang. Now, in this one, it don't matter if Cass pulled the trigger. Their proof is, well, Cass was already throwing up a gang sign. He got into it with another person of another gang. And then his fellow gangmate, or gang, I don't know, like your gang, whatever. What do they call you? Or your brother? I don't know what they call like your fellow gang members. The other gang member who's in the same gang committed a crime right after you're throwing up a sign. You're getting the same charge too. Now, if that doesn't show why the feds just completely have a chokehold on like just how they could interpret shit, you're gonna be faced with these couple possibilities. The easiest one is you about to fold and telling everybody. Or you're about to take a very lengthy plea because the feds love giving out football numbers. By the way, salute to my guy Myron. If you guys don't know, like, you know, I appear on this podcast from time to time. It's called Fresh and Fit. And, you know, one of their hosts, Myron, he's actually a former DHS agent. And I think DHS is Department of Homeland Security. So they're the feds. Now, he used to work for them, but obviously, you know, like, listen, I don't think they're getting paid that well because he definitely quit to do YouTube, right? But he said this. He said, man, when the feds come after you, the feds are clout chasers, number one, especially the FBI. the cloud chasers. So they'll have a hard on for you just because you have a name, because it'll make headlines. Number two, they only like to give football numbers. They don't want to give you 5 years, 3 years. They want to give you 15, 25, 35. And if you listen to the story of Casanova, Casanova always was saying in interviews he was on his last strike. So now there's three options. He has to cooperate, which I already think not going to happen. It's Casanova, right? The other two possibility is that he's going to have to take a plea, which they probably won't give him anything below 20. Cass is approaching 40. By the time he get out, he's going to be 60. Or he could try to beat the shit. And if he tries to beat the shit, he probably has a 2 to 3% chance just based on the conviction rate. That's some scary ass motherfucking thing to think about. You feel me? So again, when I look at it, and if I'm looking at what the feds claim they have on him, the feds claim they have on him basically him just being in a gang. They don't have him doing nothing violent. They're not even saying he shot nobody. They're just saying that he's with the people and claim the same gang of the people who are really selling the drugs, really shooting the people, and that's why he's in charge. That's enough for me to say, listen, I'm good on some gang shit. But the feds are pretty active out here, man. Really active out here. I see how they're moving. Think about the people who are caught up in feds right now. We got Wife and Lucci. We got Fredo Bang. He just got out, I believe. I believe that was the feds. Who else do they have? Fetty Wap. NBA Youngboy. He's on house arrest. Hot Boy. Casanova. The feds are actually doing a lot of police work. And they're doing it more than local police. So, listen, and I don't even want to speak this into existence, but I fear for Dirk. Because, again, just watching some similarities with these cases, just like what they did to Casanova, I could see them trying to bring up Dirk in some shit. Remember, they just arrested a bunch of people that they're claiming is in an O-Block gang, right? And they are probably looking for reasons to try to lump Dirk or other people into that. It's the feds. You get me? Think about it. They knew about the shooting this whole time and for Cass, and they didn't charge him with it until they locked him up for over a year. So, again, they never have any timing. And they could come at any time and they could supersede whatever they want. So, I pray for everybody, but like I think about people like Dirk, Youngboy. I feel like they're always, on the radar of somebody, and I hope they move accordingly because, hey, if everything I'm hearing about the feds is true, the feds can't wait till they grab one of those people, right? Now, y'all got to tell me when. I don't know. It's like, when did Will Smith become lame? Like, Will Smith, I just thought was like one of the dopest, examples of being a man. Like,